And we're back at it, confirmation students and families. We're going to leave the creed for a little bit, and we're going to head into the commandments for a while here. The commandments. Man, John, I'll tell you what. Often, I believe the catechism and the commandments, they sound like 10 rules God gives us so we can't have fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, don't do this, and don't do that, and don't do this. And so, I'm going to break down the commandments just as a little intro. So the first 3 are about our relationship with God. So a vertical relationship. The next 7 are about our horizontal relationship, like between us, between people. So this should tell us a couple things. One, God puts his relationship with us at the beginning of the commandments. It comes first. Second, John, there's 7 commandments about how much he cares about how we treat each other. 7 of them. So, friends, I like to break it down like this. It's pretty obvious that God takes his relationship with us seriously. But I would like to rephrase and have us look at the second group of 7, commandments 4 through 10, a little bit differently. They are the 7 ways that Jesus is showing us how to love other people. Hey, God is appealing to us. Love those in your life the way I love them. And so, if we look at all the commandments that way, as more of a way that God shows us how to love people, it sets it up a little bit differently. The first commandment's obvious, guys. It's pretty quick and easy. You shall have no other gods besides me. What does this mean? We should fear, love, and trust in God above all things. Bingo, done. Who do you trust? Do you trust the government? Do you trust your wisdom? Who comes first? Who tops the list?
I know.
Who?
It's God.
It's God.
Yep.
Easy to say, common sense for Christians, but is it?
It's hard to do.
It is hard for me to do. I struggle with that every day. Like who's in charge?
Number 2, should we do number 2?
Yeah, that's it too.
So we're going to do 2 commandments today. Second commandment is, you shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. All right, and in the catechism, it gives us the what does this mean, right? So what does this mean? Martin Luther told us we should fear and love God so that we do not curse, swear, use satanic arts, lie, or deceive by his name, but call upon it in every trouble, pray, praise, and give thanks. So, the name of God is to be used wisely, right? We have this thing in our culture, you can pretty much say God after anything to mean anything you want it to mean. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. And, it's not necessarily the best thing to do. Commandment number 2 says, use the name of God wisely, because there's power in a name, right? There's power in God's name. So, don't use it in ways that, don't honor his name. So what are the ways that don't honor his name? Well, if you're hurt, don't say the Lord's name because you're hurt, because, you just drove a nail through your finger. That wouldn't be good, right?
That would be very bad.
That would be very bad.
Oh, man.
Don't use the Lord's name there, unless you're praying to him to give you healing, or to get you to the doctor quickly. All those kind of things. When we use the Lord's name, we're calling upon our God. He's real. He's here with us, right? He promised that he will always be here. And to honor him, to keep him above all things, like in Commandment 1, we use his name wisely. So think about the ways that you've used his name lately. Have you used it to pray? Hopefully, yeah. Have you used it in ways that maybe you shouldn't? Well, maybe. Maybe there's a way you can change that in your habits over the next week. Because remember, these 3 commandments are all about your relationship with God. So if we keep him above all things, we'll start to treat his name differently, be more wise with that, and reserve it for the times when we really do want to talk to him. So I think that's the second commandment. Use the Lord's name when you really want to talk to him.
So God comes first, right? He is in control of everything, and He is the source, the ultimate source of everything good in our life. And then, that's number one. That's pretty easy. Just recognize this is all mine and I love you. And then number two, hey, I'm here for you.
Absolutely. So don't stop using the Lord's name.
No.
Absolutely not.
Use it all the time.
Right, because He's here, He's always with us, and use it for His glory. So those are the first couple commandments. There's a lot of stuff in there. Make sure and follow along on your sheets. We will come back next time with Commandment 3, which wraps up the initial 3 about our relationship with God. And we'll share more about that one next time. But until then, Pastor Brian?
Hey, stay classy, everybody.
We love you guys. Learn well. Keep the Lord above everything else. We'll see you next time.